actually compute the design cost functions for these algorithms if all we want to know is which one is better for large inputs. Now, there are three, as we said, there are three possible outcomes for that limit process. You get a zero limit, and you get divergence, or you get convergence to a positive constant. All but the last of those three, this method allows you to evaluate only a limit of ratios of basic outcome functions, so you only have to identify one basic operation in each algorithm. You don't have to figure out the op-count functions for every single instruction as you do if you're computing the T functions. Okay, so that incredibly reduces the workload. It will become increasingly easy for you to identify and experience what is the basic operation. Then the result of computing the limit as n grows large of that ratio, basic operation op-count function from one algorithm over the basic operation op-count function for the other algorithm, yields exactly the same convergence behavior as if you did it for a complete, complicated, difficult to compute, burdensome T function. So that's the point of basic operation. Reduce the workload if you don't really need to know the exact total execution time. You just need to compare two algorithms and see which one is better. Okay? Now, if your result in that analysis is that the limit converges to a positive constant, that means that the two algorithms are comparable for large inputs. Their runtimes are comparable up to a multiplicative factor. That multiplicative factor can be greater than 1 or less than 1. Okay, so the roles of the two, which one is better, is hardware dependent. Those constants, as you'll see in the argument here, depend on the machine. Okay, so only when you have to get an absolute time to compare two functions or the limit of the basic operation outcome function is a positive constant. Okay, only then you need to go and do the full analysis using computers. Okay, any questions about that? Okay, the one tricky place in the proof, if you look on the second page, the tricky step is figuring out a way to incorporate inside the limits the fact that you are dealing with a T function ratio and trying to replace it with a B function ratio. And the secret for doing that is using the fact that if you take the limit of n grows large of any other operation over a basic operation, op-count functions, you get convergence. That is what's going on in the line labeled 3 in the right margin and the line immediately above it. So that's the place where you're using the fact that those limits, any op-count function divided by basic operation op-count function, has to converge. Definition of the basic operation. Then, down in 4 and 5, we use another trick. This is the fact that if you take a limit of a ratio, and that turns out to be 1, the constant 1, then the limit of the reciprocal ratio is also going to turn out to be 1. If the reciprocal is 1, it's 1. That's how we get the B function from the denominators into the numerator to get cancellation of the T functions. Okay? If you have any questions about those, again, we'll set aside some time next time after you've had a chance to review this. And if you have any questions, we'll begin the next lecture. Okay? Any questions about that? Yes? That's because I didn't actually do it until I got a bunch of emails. So I just finished it this morning. And I will post it tonight, probably. Okay, so we've taken a look at op-count functions, figuring out op-count functions, which is very simple code. It's code that didn't have conditionals and it's not data dependent. I recommend that you look at an example in your book. Pages 25 to 27 in the book that shows how you treat the case where the algorithm is data dependent. And that's when we can no longer talk about the performance of the algorithm. We have to talk about the worst case performance, average case performance, best case. That's when it's data dependent. You're looking at an input data set that drives you to each of those performance limits. We'll be taking a look at some algorithms of those types when we start discussing divide and conquer algorithms right after we finish the first exam. Okay, so what I'd like to talk about today is what do you do? We've only done straight line procedural algorithms so far. What do you do to find the op-count functions in the case where the algorithm is recursive? Okay? And it turns out that many algorithms are like that. Here's the reason. Data structures are what algorithms act on. Okay? And data structures, many of them, are defined in a very recursive way. For example, what's a list? A list is either empty or it's a node with a list attached. That's your recursive definition. What's a binary tree? A binary tree is either empty or it's a node with two trees attached, and so on. When the algorithm is acting on a data structure whose definition has a recursive flavor, very frequently, the most elegant, most intuitively appealing, and direct algorithms for performing operations on those data structures are recursive. Now, it may be that later on, if your compiler is not extremely efficient at dealing with recursive code and stack management, and even if it is, your special knowledge of the data structure, the underlying data structure, and the algorithms may allow you to write a stack-based, non-recursive equivalent program that is much higher in performance. You'll see an example of that late in this course. But in the beginning, when you're prototyping the algorithm, the fact that you can write an elegant recursive prototype typically comes into play as part of the design process. Now, what if you wanted to do an analysis of such an algorithm? Let's take a look as our example. Let's take a look at the handout example op-count functions in recursive algorithms merge sort. The title is example op-count functions in recursive algorithms merge sort. How merge sort works is if you want to sort your data, you have an array, unsorted. Here's your array, unsorted, of size n. In this case, the size of the problem is how many elements there are in the array to be sorted. And the way merge sort works is that this is partitioned into two pieces of size n over 2. Which are unsorted. Just a simple partition based on indices, no data moves, just identify the lowest index and the highest index of each half. And then, through some process that takes, we don't know how many steps, those are turned into two sorted arrays. And then a conventional merge is used to combine those two half-size arrays back into the sorted original. And this is again in size n. This part is right here is recursive sort. We will repeat merge sort on each of these, but with a problem size that's half as big as the problem size was originally. And that process continues down to the point where we have a merge sort on an array that's so small for each of the subproblems. It's so small that we have a constant time solution for that. Okay? So in what way does this generate a recurrence relation describing its op-count functions? Well, first of all, let's find the basic operation in this guy. Looking at the source code listing, I'm looking at line 10. Every time merge is executed, every time merge sort is called, the first call to merge encounters line 10. So that is going to be a basic operation for outward. Okay, to figure out the op-count functions, and that would actually be a pretty good exercise. Go ahead and see if you can figure out op-count functions for everything in this listing. Remember that those op-count functions are going to be most intuitively available to you in the form of recurrence relation. Okay, so we choose 10 as the basic operation, and now
So we
I
give the
look
op-count
at
function.
following
Oh,
that
okay.
merge is done one time per call to merge sort, right? Function merge is done one time at line 21. It's done one time for each call to merge sort. Everybody's clear on that? Okay, so what that means is the number of times that's called in unsorted, the very first highest level, the number of calls, and I'll call that number F, is going to be our op-count function for line 10. F of n is going to equal, well, you tell me. Every time I call merge sort and incur one call to merge, I call merge sort recursively twice at lines 19 and 20. So the cost to do this merge sort is going to be the cost to do these two merge sorts plus the cost to do the merge. So the cost to do these two merge sorts, well, I let F represent the basic operation op-count function. That's going to be F of each of the problem sizes is n over 2, except that I'm doing 2 of them. Okay? So to do this one, the cost of doing this one is 2 times the cost of doing one that's half as big. Okay? Now, remember that what we're looking at here is a serial, sequential execution environment. If you take CS662, the recurrence relation is different because these two pieces can be done independently. If you're dealing with a parallel processing environment, this too goes away because you can do both of these two problems, two subproblems, concurrently. Okay, so sequential processing and parallel processing for the same algorithm typically leads to different recurrence relations. The sequential one, this plus, and that's the cost of going from here to here. So this cost is F of n over 2. This cost is F of n over 2. And then we have to do the merge. Now, how long does it take to merge two arrays, sorted arrays of size n over 2? How do you do it? You have two stacks. Which is the bigger, which is the bigger, which is the bigger, and so on. You do that once for each element. Okay? So the time cost for doing the merge is the number of elements in the resulting array, which is n. Okay? So part of the recurrence relation is this, but there's another part too. And that part is what we refer to as the base case. And base case is the one that we test at line 17, okay? And that's the smallest case where we actually do lines 19 and 20. And that's the case when there are 2 objects in the list. And if there are 2 objects in the list, we call merge once for each of them. So the cost in terms of basic operation, the op-count function, after 2 is 2. Okay? So one of our goals is going to be to figure out how to take this description. This is a basic operation op-count function. Or merge sort. And our goal in this lecture and the next lecture is to get a process by which, regardless of the complexity of that recurrence relation up to a point, we're going to be able to systematically turn it into a closed form equivalent function for f. Why do I need to do that? Why do I care? Why isn't this enough? Well, what are we going to be doing with that function? there's your basic operation outcome function with the handout we just talked about. I'm going to be taking that one, and I'm going to be taking its analogous one for different algorithms for doing sort, and I'm going to be computing the ratio of those two things as the size of the problem and grows large. Can I evaluate the limit of a fraction in which the numerator looks like that, and the denominator looks like that? No. What form do the numerator and denominator have to be in? Starts with C, ends with O's. An L in it. Closed form, okay? So what we need right now for our toolkit is we need a very systematic way of taking a recurrence relation and converting it into closed form. Okay? Question? Boom it out so that everybody can hear you. What is this? This. The function, the outcome function, when the input size is 2. When you give it a 2-element array to sort, the basic operation is done 2 times. Okay? Okay, so how do we do this? Question? The plus n, okay, I want to tell you guys, I'm really happy that you're asking questions, okay? I'm about to become a grandfather, and I read the manual on that, and the manual says grandfathers are not allowed to be grouchy or bite, okay? And that applies to you as well as to the children and the grandchildren, okay? So feel free to ask questions. I will never bite, okay? The question is really inappropriate. I might snarl, but don't worry about it. The more you ask questions, the more pumped up I get, because, you know, of all the things that you're learning here, getting into the habit of asking questions when you're in an environment where you're not sure what's going on is way more important as a skill to acquire than any of the content in the course. Okay? That's why this course, even though, as I said in the first lecture, even though this course is material that very few of you are probably going to be using in your working lives, it's a good experience. It's weightlifting for the mind, figuring out how to get comfortable with being out of your element. Okay? So asking questions is like bench presses. Okay? The more you do it, the stronger you are. Okay? At the end of such a thing, you get to say, amen in the ground. Amen, Grandpa. Amen. Yeah. Third question? The plus n at the end. All I was trying to fluff my way past that. That's this step. Okay? That's this step. Merging takes the same amount of time proportionally as the number of things that are being merged. And the reason is the basic operation of the merge part is comparison. Okay? And when you have 2 n-element stacks and you're merging them, you look at each pair of elements once. Okay. So you look at each element once. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, there's a question. Because it gets executed exactly 1 time each time you want to shift their column. Okay, and that means that it's executed a number of times that's that limit, how many times it's executed, how many times anything else is executed, and that third is always going to be
going backwards.
No, because the if is a condition. You don't have any way of knowing how many times the then clause is done and
How many times you actually have to split?
But you
How
know
many
that
times you
in
split?
terms of if,
Which also means how much time you merge. The time it takes to split, the time it takes to
Okay,
merge.
so in your book, there's a description of a general technique for solving recurrence equations. Solving in this case means finding an equivalent closed function. I always get questions. Well, can't I just use merge sort? Merge sort, or I mean, can't I just use the master theorem? The master theorem is what I learned in 310. And my question is, why wouldn't you want to know 2 ways to do it? And the way that I enforce that is, emphasize that, is by giving you a problem at some point in the testing process where the master theorem doesn't work. Now, I'm going to hand out next time, that's a very simple recurrence relation, no more complicated really than this one, that doesn't satisfy the necessary properties that allow you to apply the master theorem. And it's not an exotic function, it's the kind of function that you would run into very commonly in this kind of stuff. Okay, so the try to memorize it, spend the entire semester doing it. Okay? So, better to have a simple technique that's more versatile, that's very easy to remember, right down to the bare metal. Okay, that's powerful. Okay? Yes, sir.
There's no mention of the master
It's something that you won't need for this class. So you're all set. Who did you have for example?
Don't want to say.
Okay, so first of all, I want to introduce an idea about storing infinite sequences of data. And the infinite sequences of data that we're storing are the values of the function defined recursively for all of the integers from its base value, which in this case would be 2, typically is 0 or 1, all the way to infinity. Okay, so this is a way of storing infinite sequences of numbers with finitely many symbols in the description. Yeah, totally accurate. Practical applications, if you were sending a space probe into deep space and weight was a consideration, you want to have as light in the terms of weight processing as you can. What if you needed to store an infinite table of values? Well, this is a way that you can store an infinite table of values in very, very limited number of symbols, so it's a very efficient way to store tables if you have very little space to store them, but the table itself is very, very large. Okay? So here's the method. The metaphor